Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
What this college needs is a good football team. And you can't have a good football team unless you have good football players. My boy, I think you've got something there, and I'll wait outside until you clean it up.
Welcome to a special edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. Don't go away, Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
The world is changing.
The Tailgate Talk app has changed. It's got a new name and a new look. It's now known as PAS Plus, and it's your home for Applebee's Tailgate Talk, along with James Clement Sports and Calhoun Basketball.
Change never hurt, huh?
Look for the download links at PASnetwork.net or tailgatetalk.net. PAS Plus, Play Action Sports, plus a little extra. PAS Plus from Play Action Sports.
This is Chad McGee, head football coach of James Clemens Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And good evening. Good Saturday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Welcome to a special edition of Tailgate Talk. We're live here at the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame banquet. I'm Jay Vassar, alongside our producer extraordinaire, Tim Lambert. Todd Bod, he's on his way, so he'll be here shortly. But the guy that always joins us to lead this thing off, and we appreciate him letting us do this, and one of the board members here, Mr. Greg Young. Greg, how you doing?
Hey, guys, I'm doing great. Glad y'all are here tonight again. I don't know how many years y'all been coming to this, but it's been great to have you guys here and get the word out about the Sports Hall of Fame.
Man, this is an awesome event, and this is my 4th or 5th time, and I've enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah.
And I think, if I'm not sure, Tim, I think Zach was the one. I think he asked Jeff or Barry one. How about, and then to get Tim, how about us doing something for the Hall of Fame?
God, that was great. Miss him so much, I tell you. He was enthusiastic about everything.
He was.
Hey, how you doing?
Other night at graduation, I thought my niece was graduating, and I thought about him just, sitting there and just reminiscing about the days there at Athens he had. And
yeah.
He's surely missed, but his memory lives on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great night here tonight. We, of course, we're at the event center down here, the Veterans Museum. They took over this building a few years ago and cut it in half, made half of it a museum and half left the auditorium, not quite as big as what it used to be, but so we pack them in here now, that's for sure. When you have 10 inductees, and they bring their families and everything like that, you get a lot of people in here.
And that's like one of the inductees tonight, Miss Chasity Legg, she's got a big family.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
So, you have to pack them in here for sure. Just talk about the golf tournament we had Thursday and all the money raised, those scholarships.
The Sports Hall of Fame, one of our biggest goals is obviously to recognize the great athletes and support personnel that we've had in sports here in the county. But the other thing is to make money for scholarships, and that we're very proud of that. We've been able to increase our scholarships to 4 a year, $4,000 each. So they're not small scholarships. They're hefty. They're prize scholarships. We have a scholarship committee that there's Barry Devine. He's on the board. We have a committee that goes through all the applications, and it's a big task to pick out those winners. So we've got those. Will be honored here tonight. But what I was going to say is that the golf tournament is the way we make the money for those scholarships. The banquet here, we do charge for it, people to come, but it's basically a break even because you've got to pay for all the food and everything. The money is made for the golf tournament, and that's what we had. We moved it to Canebrake a few years ago, and it's been tremendously successful since we moved it out there. We've had, I forgot how many teams we had. 27 teams. You only got 18 holes. You're packing people in there. Yeah. But the community have been real good about supporting that. They come out. And it's just a great fundraiser and a lot of fun. I know it got cut short a little bit this year because of the rain, but we got enough in to have fun, get some winning teams. We'll recognize those here tonight as well. And so, but that's what the golf tournament does too. And Jeff Hodges, Barry Devine, they do a great job of organizing that. I quit playing golf a few years ago, so I don't even play. I sponsor a hole a little bit. I call myself the voice of the Golden Eagles because I do the football at the high school. But so I sponsor a hole, and that's the way I support that. But my golfing days are over, I think.
and Mickey and his staff do a great job.
Oh man.
And for the hospitality for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we used to be out at another course for a long time, but the board would have to do most of the work. We'd have to do all the, get everything out. We'd have to provide the food and everything. Yeah. Now at Canebrake, boy, they just do it all. Yeah. We kind of show up, take up the money, and we're on our way. So it's been great having it out there at Canebrake. So that's a big part of what we do, and we're proud of it. But we got a great banquet coming up here tonight. Got 10 inductees going in. Man, it's one of the best classes I can remember.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah. A couple of them are my old teammates. I'm glad of that. Ollie McGee and Greg Haynes, both. They were part of that '75 team that I was fortunate enough to be part of up at Athens. And man, those guys were great. They went on, both played college football, but at the time they were there, they were tremendous players.
I didn't get to where my son was playing ball, so I didn't get to see the movie that Keith did. I'm anxious to see that. I hope that's coming out in DVD or something.
It's going to be actually, I think, out on YouTube. Okay. And sometime this summer. I can't tell you the exact date, but it'll be released on YouTube. So those people that didn't get to the premiere up there will be able to see it, and I hope a lot of people take advantage of it. Keith Donovan, he is first class.
What a historian. He does it all.
He does. And boy, meticulous on how the story's told and the quality of the presentation. He really did a great job on that. And of course, it was called Willie's Gift, and that Willie was. You'll find out when you watch it, but Willie is Freddie Smith's mother, and so Freddie was a lot of it was about Freddie and how his mother was so influential in his life, and you know how it really is a tale too about little things. You know, little things that happen can change lives. You know, that's what Coach Gross tried to get across to some of the players. You know, it's sometimes one little play you were in on can affect the whole season, the whole, and you're thinking about it. In my case, 47 years later, you're still thinking about that one play made a difference. You know, so he's trying to get it across to his players, and I was glad that the team got to come up there and watch that video the other night too. Hopefully, it'll be inspiration for those guys.
And like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and Coach McCoy as well. Hey, what a great guy.
Yeah, man, I tell you, he is still going strong. He could be out there coaching today. He really could. I mean, he is that sharp. He's that good shape, and I tell you, he was my coach, but he's become a real good friend.
That's awesome. Well, Greg, we want to take a break. We appreciate you joining us. We're going to try to get some more inductees on.
Glad you guys are here. Yeah,
thank y'all.
We got some good ones coming in. You need to get them over here and talk to them a little bit. But thank you guys for being here on behalf of the board. We appreciate you guys being here every year.
Well, we appreciate y'all. That was Greg Young, one of the board members here for the Hall of Fame. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the special edition of Tailgate Talk, Sports Hall of Fame Banquet. We'll be right back.
P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Dakota McNair from West Limestone High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Temperatures are not the only thing starting to sizzle. Fiber Fast Internet from Ardmore Telephone Company is fire. Switch or upgrade to a gig for only $89.90 a month. Stream summer Blightbusters. Use your Wi-Fi to monitor your smart grill. Cool off with connected smart home devices. And so much more. Call 800-830-9946 to get gig connected today. That's 800-830-9946. Introductory prices for new fiber customers only.
Now on a platform near you, the Wreakin' Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more will just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. The Wreakin' Havoc podcast on your favorite platform, on the PAS Plus app, and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hey, this is East Limestone baseball coach Adam Brown, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And we're back here at, at the event center for the special edition Tailgate Talk Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame Banquet. And we got two of the inductees here tonight, Mr. Tracy Lowery and Coach Bill Murrell. How are y'all this evening?
We're good.
Congratulations to both. Congratulations to both of them. Bible school guys. Two guys at once. That's awesome. That is awesome. We'll start with the elder statesman, if you don't mind. Coach, congratulations on an awesome career. 900 wins. You don't think you can stretch it out for 1,000? There you go. Couldn't hear me.
I think that microphone has a short in it somewhere, so just hold it on the microphone and there you go. I hear it.
There we go.
Okay.
So couldn't hold out for 1,000, right?
Yeah, that would probably be 5 or 6 more years.
You don't play enough games in the season to make it 100 in one time, so you would have to stretch it out.
Just talk about what this means to you.
Well, it's quite an honor to be recognized by a group like this. There are some legends already in this group. Some of them, one of them was my teacher in college, actually, Oba Belcher.
Yes.
And my first year at Athens Bible School, I was junior high basketball, and I knew very little about it, but I learned a lot from Coach Belcher.
He was a good one.
And my second year coaching, this man right here was my point guard.
He could fill it up, huh?
He could.
How special is it to go into with one of your players?
Well, it is really it's an honor, and it's very special. We've had, I think, 4 other athletes prior to this, but to go in with this young man, he was young. It's quite a privilege to do that.
And how nice would it be to get this guy in here? He holds a few track records, don't he?
Well, he does. He still has one that's it's been retired because they no longer have that classification by itself, but he's in the book.
He needs to be in here. We need to get him put in there.
Well, I was asking Tracy earlier if this maybe is the first year that they've inducted a coach and one of their players in the same time. So none of us knows.
I don't know. Who knows? But that is awesome.
Yeah.
It's an honor to go in with Coach Murrell, whether we're the first group like that to go in or not. It's still such an honor to go in with him.
How good of a coach is he?
He's excellent. I'll say a little bit about that later on tonight. But I've had the opportunity to coach my children and lots of children along the way as my kids were growing up. And unfortunately, I probably didn't have the patience and the calmness that Coach Murrell had from a very early age.
And a fellow that graduated with my dad, Coach Miller, Melvin Miller, I talked to him every day at Walmart. I love the guy. And he worked with you for how long?
Almost 30 years.
Wow.
Before he retired from his job required him to work 3 12-hour shifts in a row, and then he was off for 3 days. Those 3 days, he was out helping us. And that started back in the early 90s. Been doing it ever since. When he retired, he came on full time.
Is that your pitching coach?
That's my pitching coach.
Now, how good of a baseball player was Tracy?
One of the best we've ever had at that position, shortstop. And he was one of our pitchers, too.
Okay. So, now you played with Keith, right?
I did. Keith and I graduated together same year. When we left the Bible school, we actually both played junior college together, baseball down in Florida, and then he stayed at the University of South Florida, and I came back up and played at Athens State for 2 more years.
So now, with your son coaching, are you going to be behind the backstop trying to help him out, or sitting in there in the dugout telling him yes, or are you just going to...
My goal is to stay out of the dugout, get behind the backstop, and enjoy watching him coach his son, which is my grandson. And then on days when they're just practicing, I will go and watch the softball team where my granddaughter's going to be playing.
Oh, that's awesome. Now you get that free time to do what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
Because you spent many years on that field. Many.
Quite a few.
I mean, there wasn't a day, we'd ride down 31, and that whole field was full of cars and watching the Trojans play. And I love playing up there, and now you got a new field and everything. That's awesome.
Well, now you're staying on as athletic director, though, right?
I will. I'm also the guidance counselor.
Okay.
And I'll put in another year at that at least, maybe a second one. We have hired a younger counselor that this year was primarily an elementary counselor, and this next year I'll be breaking her in on all the things that a high school counselor needs to be aware of.
So not completely retired then. So.
He'll still have his hands in it.
Yeah, I was starting to say, I mean, you can't just completely
cold turkey cut it off.
You got to have something to do. Speaking of what you're doing, Tracy? I mean, I know what you're doing now.
What are you doing, Tracy?
Well, I'm a vascular surgeon, but now that I'm a little advanced in years, I have reduced my practice. I do just veins. So varicose veins, people that have symptoms in their legs from veins. I don't have to work quite as long, quite as hard as I used to. So it's a nice transition to cut back on my practice just a little bit.
You're so vain.
It does. Y'all talking about just walking away. It's hard to walk away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to talk about walking away, but it's hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've done something for so long, and you love to do it, and it's hard. It's very difficult.
Yeah. And I
so true.
And I know when come next February, he'll get the itch. I know he will.
Well, I mean, you've been doing cross country for a long time too.
Yeah, I forgot about that cross country.
True, but two guys that are going to co-head coach that sport. I will help them at the ABS Invitational. We've been putting that on since 1977. I think we're the longest running cross-country invitational in the state of Alabama, and some of the older coaches say, hey, we think it's the longest running one in the whole Southeast.
Wow. No pun intended, longest running.
Well, fellas, we appreciate y'all joining us. Congratulations again. What an awesome tenure for you, Tracy. We appreciate you and your being surgical and all that stuff. Just congratulations to both of you.
Well, thank you very much.
Y'all have a great evening, and
thank you.
That's Coach Bill Murrell and Tracy Lowery, two inductees from the Bible School. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Tailgate Talks, Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame Banquet. We'll be right back.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-236 832-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clement sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hi, this is Athens girls basketball coach Tiffany Tucker, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And we're back here at the event center in Athens for the special edition Tailgate Talk Sports Hall of Fame banquet. Todd joined us here. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Everybody's piling in, long line outside, and looks like it's going to be a great crowd, man.
If Zach was here right now, he'd say, I'm ready to eat.
Sure would. All the tables already have the salads prepared, ready to eat. And some folks are digging in, man. Can't wait.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. It always is. They just do such a great job, man, of putting this all together. And stage looks wonderful, lit up there with the banner. You know, got the lights on it, and Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. And I don't know what's going on over here with Greg, man. It looks like, I guess that's where all the production station is or something,
so,
man.
Last year, because you weren't here, they said, we'll have our national anthem. Well, Greg had trouble with it.
Oh, no.
So Tim says, before we got started, he said, get it fixed.
I remember.
So, but we had just got through talking to Coach Bill Murrell and Tracy Lowery, Bible school inductees. And when me and Tim was talking about maybe this is the first time we've ever had coaching and we call it players go in at the same time.
Yeah, because of the way the rules were set up previous until they went in and changed the bylaws, like we talked about earlier on the show today. Yeah, that probably wouldn't have been possible.
So, because we didn't know if Coach McCoy may have went in with one of his players, all that, or Jimmy with one he.
Well, look at there. Man, Tim went out, he grabbed an East Limestone superstar and Sports Hall of Fame inductee.
Yeah.
Mr. Dwayne Usselton.
What's going on, my man?
Hey, how you doing, Dwayne?
Man, we're really good.
So good to see you, man. You don't age a lick, brother.
No, you don't.
It's amazing. It really is, dude.
No,
gray hair there, maybe one or two popping up. Look like you could still I'd throw a ball out there and you'd be getting after it.
I could for about 30 minutes, and then I'll have
30 minutes?
I'll leave.
Wow. You got like 29 minutes and 30 seconds on me. After 30 seconds, I'm done.
Yeah.
So how you been, man? Family good?
The family's good. Yeah, really good. Everybody's good. Got 3 grandkids now, so that keeps us really busy.
Absolutely, I bet it does.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How special is it to you to be able to come back to this event each year? Ron, what year were you inducted again? I forget.
17.
17.
Yep.
Okay, so.
It's really special. And I've told Jeff all along, how special they make us feel. And no matter, if you were in the NFL or if you just play here local and stuff, you still seem special for everybody.
Yeah. Your name's on that banner and they can't take it off.
Man.
That's right.
You walk in, saw your name on the, they've got all y'all's names there, the inductees on different boards, for lack of a better word, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's something like Jake said, you can never take that away, man. And you're a part of Limestone County history and lore, and whoever would have thought that growing up at East Limestone, coming up the ranks.
No,
of course, you had me to forge your way.
You did, yeah.
With all my athletic.
That's right. That's
prowess.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Had a bunch of good players forge my way.
But
and it's at the school too. You said it's out here, but the special thing is I get a lot of people come to me and say, "Man, I saw your name up at the school. What's your name up there for?"
Really?
And I say, well, if you just read the top, you'll see why. Well, and it's really special. People, their kids just started at East Limestone, and they come to me and say, "Hey, man, we didn't realize you were that," And I said, well, I don't tell everybody that.
Well, it's not even something you think about.
It ain't.
I mean, I wouldn't think, right? I mean, you're just sitting there and you're watching, kids play or whatever, and your former son, and whatever.
Does that MVP ring still fit anymore?
It don't. This knuckle here got jammed so many times, it can't go on this knuckle, and this one Melanie won't let anything but
that's
that
a little
go
bit
on there.
special.
So that's just how it is.
Well, when you dunk like that, you can't be hanging on the rim. That's how the knuckles get get twisted. I learned that a long time ago.
That's
you just
right.
got to, slam it and walk on out.
How's that fishing going?
Fishing's really good right now. It's really good, man. Lord blesses us with all these natural resources we got here in Athens.
Yeah.
Man, we can just go an hour and you're at the best places. North Alabama's a great place to live.
Yeah.
It really is. If you love fishing.
It's growing, too.
Man. It's growing. It's really growing. Yeah.
And I love y'all for it. I just ain't got the patience for it, dude. I wouldn't have the patience if there was a bucket there and I had a shotgun. I just,
I know
oh my goodness, man,
traffic.
But yeah, Coach Story, big friend of yours. Y'all went to school together too.
Sure.
Friend of ours, obviously.
Oh yeah.
All into it. And you're right, man. The resources around this area are just tremendous. So we're blessed to be able to have that. And who would ever have thought when we were growing up it was going to turn into what it turned into, man?
Exactly.
There's going to be people in this Sports Hall of Fame that were fishermen at some point. There's going to be somebody that's gone on to win a state. It really is.
That's it. That's a good point.
Yeah.
There'll be a pro one day, and they'll say, well, it came from Limestone.
Yes, it will be.
It will be. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody would have thought it. If not, maybe a fisherman or bowler.
It could be
bowler.
It could be one of Chad's son. It could have been one of Donnie's son. You never can tell.
You can't never tell. No.
I hope I'm here to see it.
No doubt.
I hope you are too.
So,
Jay.
what is Mr. Upton up to now in adult life? Are you still working?
Yep. I'm working. I've got probably another 10 years before I can retire.
Okay.
So
I knew you weren't. I wasn't pushing you towards retirement age. I was just.
Well, you'd be surprised how many people ask me that. And I was like, well, I've been around a little bit, but not that long.
No, not that long.
No. I've got. It's really good. I love what I do. I mean, I'm a missile engineer, for the Army.
Right.
So it's. I've never in my wildest dreams thought I'd be, working for the Army doing that kind of stuff.
Especially when you work with me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Me and Jay got our start, trying to make enough ends meet, when we got first married. I did, and it's light years away from what we did, Jay.
Man.
Well, and I mean,
that's been many moons ago.
You weren't just, for those that don't know, Coach Wilson wasn't just a former great player, but man, you had a lot of success as a coach on the court as well. And how much of that, you still go to the games. I see you at a lot of them, and do you still want to be out there on that sideline, making a play here or there?
But I'd rather be on the floor playing.
Well, yeah, we all.
I'd rather be on the floor playing, but coaching the games, there's no, there's nothing like that. All the things that go on behind the scenes that nobody really appreciates, that the coaches do.
Yeah. Because they don't see it.
They don't see it. They see the game, and all that work that goes on behind the scenes.
Man, Coach's life, even for the family, the wives, the kids, it's late nights. It's a lot of nights away from home, especially during season. Practices leading up, and then even now, more so now. When you were coaching, were y'all able to have summer camps and stuff? Had that started yet? Okay.
They had started that summer deal, and you could go. Chad Drake, helped me then, and he's my assistant. He did a lot. Snowmans,
God rest his soul.
Man, God rest his soul. He did so much. He did more in the background than anybody ever thought. He put together a study hall program where those kids had to go to study hall. They had to, do the things that everybody was wanting to do but didn't see them doing. I know we're up against the break, so that's.
Well, thanks for bringing him up.
We appreciate you joining us, man. Enjoy the evening.
Enjoy the evening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you guys talking with me. Love you guys.
Hey, we'll see you again next year.
All right. Yeah.
Appreciate it. That's Dwayne Elston, inductee in 2017. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook, the Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Hayden Blakely from Athens Bible School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
Hey, this is Rusty Brand, head coach of the Athens Bible School varsity boys basketball team, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to the event center for tonight's Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame banquet. And joining us now is 2007 inductee Coach Larry McCoy and new inductee Ollie McGee. Congratulations, Ollie, being inducted this year.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be added to the list of people that I play ball with, and play ball against. So it's an honor.
Jeff needs a picture with him.
Oh, okay. Y'all got to go run and get your picture made.
Y'all got to go get your picture made.
That's okay. That was a short one.
We'll have you back on first time.
We'll have you back on.
Yeah, if y'all get time, come back on over.
So.
Well, I mean, it's, they got to do their photo ops and all that good stuff, and they all arrive at different times, and all of them still probably aren't here yet. Maybe they are by now.
And Jeff's the one that pointed Ollie out to me whenever I was looking for him.
Todd, what does this mean? This not mean to you?
Well, I mean, this night means a lot. I mean, to me personally, it means a lot to me because Coach Strait.
Yeah.
When Jimmy went in. And back then, man, it was a hard ticket to get. It was over at Athens State, and so, very limited space. But they, family included me, and, Carolyn and the kids. And William Sanderson was there that night to induct, and he was like their guest speaker or whatever. But, and I've been fortunate enough to come to several since then, whether it be through, Tailgate Talk or just coming on my own. And it's just special, man, to see all these former athletes and coaches and support people that, maybe when you're growing up and you see all these people, Wilson Blairs of the world and all that, you just know who they are and what they do, but you don't really know how in depth what they've done and how they've done it. And some of the backstories are just so incredible, man. Their life story, especially the older ones, like Coach McCoy now and all that, we had on and all that, when you got fields named after you and stuff, you've done something.
We got Coach Larry Keenum joining us. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good deal, man.
I'm good.
What does this night mean to you?
Well, it's a chance to see folks that's gotten old.
We're getting there, Coach.
I'm going to tell you, I went last week to Decatur, or 2 weeks ago to there, and it was Coach Bolden that was coaching it down from when I was playing. He was a young man, I thought.
Used to be.
He's 82 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what happens.
Time flies. You blink and it's gone. Man.
But you go through your daily life and this and that happened, and you come to one of these and you remember all those good memories. I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah. And that is what's wonderful about a night like tonight. Me and Jay were just talking about that off air, what it kind of meant to us. And you're right, man. Just seeing different faces that you may not have seen for a long time. And you're like, oh, man, I remember that game or this game or whatever the memory might be. It might just be hanging out on the weekend or something.
You get up one day and you can't even remember how to get back home from the mailbox. But you remember that game they bring
I know,
up.
isn't that something
You
else?
remember that game and exactly
all the way down
what
to the
happened.
second.
Yes,
Third
sir.
quarter, 2 minutes and 10 seconds,
right.
and this happened or that happened.
Sure
but
did.
but then you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. So it's crazy.
You remember that home run they hit or whatever?
Yeah, and it's gotten a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
Because people that saw it, they did. They can't.
Yeah, they can't come back and tell no different.
They
That's exactly right.
I love that.
The fence might have been 250, but that home run went 425.
Yeah. And you see that, and you see a lot of these older men and women that you watched growing up.
Yeah.
That were heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still are heroes in somebody's life.
Yeah.
But that's
But
what this is
that's
about.
a great point because, and I know a lot of people don't like athletics, but for those of us that do, y'all are heroes. Whether it be coaching, the athletes. I mean, I'm 57 years old, but there have been times, whether I was in my 40s or 30s or whatever, and just, man, that 18-year-old kid doing that special thing on that court, boy or girl, whatever, just, it's just like, oh, my gosh, this is incredible,
You can badass any guy that played sports. And the two people they remember in school is the first grade teacher and the coach.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's just the way it is.
Because coaches, they're dads, they're not just the coach, they're friends, they're father figures, they're so many things, mother figures, whatever.
We had George Nancarrow was principal at West Morgan when I started school. He passed away a few weeks ago. He's 95, 96.
Right.
He's laying in the casket. I'm still afraid of him.
You afraid he's going to put you on that line and make you run?
That's right. Yeah.
Because that's what those memories do.
That's
they
what
come
you
back.
do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drink a Coke around him.
I love it, man.
But, that's why you're where you are today because of people like that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And, and these children don't get to experience it. It's going to bite them in the end.
I know. I agree. It's
you even think about the Athens band. Those band members, Mr. Haley was a difference in their life.
That was discipline right there.
That's right. He was a difference maker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
it's the truth.
And you see a coach like Coach Murrell.
Yeah.
Everybody that played with Murrell probably despised him at the time. But right now, they would all, they may say they thought maybe he was too firm. But you get them later in life, they remember something Murrell taught them.
Yeah.
And respect him for it, too.
That's right.
And thank him for it because, and that's what coaches do. They make you better men and women. And
Coach Murrell might have overdid it at time or two.
Especially for you, Coach Drake.
Yeah, I played for Jimmy Drake. So, but you know what? In later in life, we became really good friends. In adulthood, and I love that man, and I miss him every day.
And you talked to one of those girls that played for Pat Summit.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same way.
Yeah, they love her.
It don't matter what level it is.
She was brutal.
Yeah, and I'm sure we got little boys in town that played Little League ball, didn't play after that. They'll tell you something their Little League coach did for them.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had several Pee Wee and little midget baseball teams and stuff like that. Little league.
Listen, my little grandson, he's 6. He playing coach pitch. Well, coach pitch, if you put it in play, you got a chance to get many bases. He had a ball out in right field. On the ground, right fielder stopped it, but the second baseman wanted that ball too. So they wrestled for that ball, and old Baylor running around the bases.
The whole time.
Gets all the way home, and he says to me, "How'd you like my home run?"
Well, damn.
That's why you play.
Or how much you gonna give me for that home run?
That's right. How you like my home run?
Yeah.
How you like my home run? And they get a little bit older, it's gonna be how much you gonna give me for that home run.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Enjoy the night.
Oh, I will.
And we'll talk to you soon.
And if anybody tells you my home runs were short, they lie.
I know better. We know they're all long.
Coach Larry Keenum joining us there. We're going to take us a quick break. We'll be right back. You'll listen to a special edition of Tailgate Talk. We'll be right back.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Hey, this is James Clemens boys basketball coach Frank Sullivan, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to our special edition Tailgate Talk here at the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. And joining us now is the principal of Clements High School, Mr. Clint Legg. Coach, how you doing?
I'm awesome. Great night, great evening. Everybody's important but me tonight.
There's a lot of important people in here.
Yes, sir.
So how is Miss Campbell?
She's pretty nervous, man. She's been on edge for about a week, and I don't know if I can get up there in front of people. And I told her, I said, man, it's tough, but just remember, you can do it, and so we shall see. It's I don't know. She's pretty nervous about it.
She'll be all right.
Yeah, I was going to say, Coach, you may have to go up there and just read it for you, reckon?
I'm good at talking, but let me tell you, when I got up there for my dad, you look around this cast of characters, you got Coach White, Coach McCoy, Mr. Ming, Paul and Steve Parker, man. Now Ollie McGee, guy I looked up to, and we went to every Athens football game to watch, man. It's pretty awesome. Carlos Franklin played with him. Carlos. I just told Goo over there a while ago, if it wasn't for me, Greg Greenhall right there in Troy, and me when I was up there in 9th and 10th grade, the fat boys, he would have never been able to wear that black suit over he's got on.
We were talking about Ollie on the show this morning, man, and I don't know why, partly because my memory stinks so bad, but I remember him more as track, and I don't know why, because I wasn't like some track dude in high school, but for whatever reason, I don't remember him as much as the good football players he was as the track star.
And when you go back and look at those Athens teams, like Greg Young said that day, man, there's so many superstars on there. And if you hadn't got a chance to watch that movie, man, that's Willie's Gift.
Did you get to go that night?
Yeah, I got to go. Incredible. I've known Freddie Smith my whole life. I call him my neighbor because he lives about 3 miles down the road from us. I never knew. I always called her Miss Smith. I never knew what his mom's name was. But, man, what a great movie. What a great event that was.
A good crowd there that night?
Yes. Speaking of Freddie Smith, there he is, man. Good Lord. Guy still leads Auburn in tackles. Leads Auburn in tackles. Looks like $1 million.
Yeah, he does. But you're right, man. We brought that up this morning about those Athens teams. You could even almost go too deep in some positions and have people at this level of
Absolutely, you can, man. And this is, in my opinion, this is a great honor for anybody to have. I think my wife is deserving, but there's two sitting over there at that table with her that's probably as or more deserving than she is, and I hope they get there soon. That'd be Zane and Channa.
And they will.
Yeah.
And don't put yourself too far behind there, brother.
I'm not close.
We'll get the whole family.
I'm not close. The friends I've chosen has led me down the wrong road.
Is that what it is?
But I'm going to tell you what, guys. I can't help but think this. The ghost of Zach is walking. He's walked 17 miles in this place tonight, walking around, shaking everybody's hand, and telling Chasity what to do, getting on her nerves.
He used to be our gopher. He used to go get the guys.
Yes, and he would.
Yeah.
Man, we give our Bama Zach, y'all do that all the time. We give our scholarship, and we was blessed to give it to two Clements people, both deserving. I like to get those up there on the show. Haley Braden, great kid, going to Jacksonville State, was in Bama Zach's Sunday school class at their church, and Brady Moore just accepted a gray shirt offer at Troy University. He's going there to play football, and well deserving of that too. So man, that's super that I got to give it to Clements people. And his sister came and talked about 2 seconds, and she broke down. I'm glad I'm starting there behind her. It's still very emotional for them.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and we talked to Coach Woodruff this morning, Judge Woodruff this morning about Zach. My
feelings are, I would love to see him get in before Mom and Dad are gone, while they're here and can be part of this event. And and I know they've got they've already got 80 to 100 sitting in front of them. Not to mention the new nominees that'll be coming in, between now and this time next year. But just, and they said they did take that kind of stuff into consideration, because that was kind of my question to them was, if you have an aging, say, you've got all these athletes or coaches and they're aging, they're getting up there, y'all look at that. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. That's part of the criteria.
That's right. I mean, like I said, Zach kept telling Chasity, girls getting in ain't as good as you, girl. And he was coaching her up, and she said, Zach, I don't know if I can get up in front of somebody. She's cried for a couple of days.
I was just fixing to ask you, was it more of an honor or dread for her when she got the news that she was actually inducted?
I know she's very grateful of it.
Oh, yeah.
But when we would leave here, the next day, that's all he would say, we got to get her in.
Yeah.
We got to get her in.
And he's looking down. Nobody think otherwise. He's looking down and smiling. And when she's going to be up there on that stage tonight, he's going to be grinning ear to ear.
Man, you guys are doing an awesome thing as usual for Limestone. There's another legend right there.
I got to spend about 15 minutes with him the other day.
He's awesome.
Love that, man.
He's awesome. Y'all need to turn this into a couple-hour show. We just sit there and talk about everybody.
That's the thing, dude. We can sit here and interview all these people, not just the ones going in, but all, just sitting here at all these tables that have already been inducted.
Bernard Hendricks over there in the corner.
Where's Coach at?
Coach Hendricks up there.
Oh, I see him now standing up.
Standing over everybody. Mr. Spry's over there, man. It's
Billy Owens.
Yeah, Billy.
Who's who, man.
It is.
This is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Who's who of Limestone County.
That's right. And, hey, you know who else is here? Have y'all ever heard of a guy named Tim Lambert?
Yeah.
The guy right there. He's right here. He's right here.
Come here, Coach. Here.
Hey, hold on to say.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, I'm going to give this up to Coach.
No,
he needs to talk to you guys.
You can talk.
Okay, we good?
We're going to talk to you. Hold on to that sucker.
Hey, can I go with the first question? Coach White still looks the same from 1979 to 2023.
He does. His hair's not quite as red.
Miss White? Is that it, Coach? Living with Miss White's kept you looking like you were about 45 years old? Is that it?
Living with
Miss White.
No, longer than that. we got married. We've been married. We got married in 1972.
Yes,
so add that up. That's a long time.
Couple years.
That's almost, 51 years?
51 years, man.
That's a long time.
Yes, sir.
I married up like you did.
I was going to say, she's the one we need to be asking how in the world she stays so pretty.
I told y'all I need to get out of here. Here we go.
Good to see y'all.
Yes, sir.
Good to be here.
Yes, sir, man. Who's who?
I missed the tailgate thing. I like to have heard y'all and Big Matt.
Well, you was calling in.
You was calling Randy.
Matt, he's a little bitty boy.
He's a little boy.
I'm gonna tell you what, though, those players they're really disciplined. I mean, one night we fed them, and he had a pecking order. He said, all the seniors, you go first, the juniors, the sophomores, and the rest of you. And then when they got through, all of them just. They come and cleaned up and picked up, and they were sir, no sir.
They're very.
Hey, they play.
That's Matt's old school aspect of you lead by fear, and those guys are scared to death of him. But hold on, I'm going to tell you this much, guys. This lady right here behind us, without a doubt, is my favorite person in here. She's the reason I taught school. That's Miss Valerie Hendricks.
Yep.
That's Coach Hendricks' wife. She's amazing. One of the best teachers I've ever had at Athens Middle School. I think people out there understand her.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you can be. You can say anything you want to say.
Go ahead. You ever talk to Randy Garza?
I saw him out there.
Is he out here now?
Yeah.
I need to go see that big rascal.
Awesome.
Go find
him. But anyway.
Guys, thank y'all for having me. Let me get over here.
All right, man.
Enjoy
the night,
awesome.
man.
Yes,
Enjoy
sir,
it.
I will.
I've got a wife here somewhere.
Uh-oh. You better go find her.
Hey, we sold about $1,600 worth of. That's nice. Real nice.
Good for y'all. No, yes, that's awesome.
All right, I'm through. Am I through?
You're through.
Yeah. I'm through.
You go enjoy the night,
break.
buddy. Thank you for joining us, man.
Well, we appreciate everybody that joined us tonight, and we had to wrap this thing up and get the banquet started. Todd, we appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Producer
Thank you,
extraordinaire Tim Lambert, thank you, sir. So we're going to sign this thing off and get ready to eat. For Todd and Tim, I'm Jay Vassar. Appreciate you joining us here on this special edition of Tailgate Talk, the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. You listen to that, and thank you. Good night, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed your meal tonight, would you please let Miss Kelly Minyard and Jordan Anderson with Sweet Times Catering know about it? Kelly, raise your hand. Your brother back there, anywhere, where'd he go? Ed, they do a fantastic job for us. Thank you very much. It was wonderful. Thank you. I'm going to get our thank yous out of the way early here so we can get into the program and kind of roll. But there, obviously, with an event like this, there's a lot of people that need to be thanked that support the Hall of Fame. The first group that needs to be thanked is the people behind me, the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame Board. I say this every year, but I say it with great sincerity. I've sat on a lot of non-profit, civic, social boards all over Athens and Limestone County. This is the most functional, most dedicated, sincere board that I have sat on in carrying out the mission that we carry out with the Hall of Fame in rewarding students and recognizing legends. And we'll get into the students here in just a little while. I do want to recognize a few people on that board that chair our committees. Miss Nancy McBay, this was her first year chairing this banquet. She follows in the footsteps of her mother for many years, Martha Jo Leonard. Nancy, thank you. Wonderful job with the banquet tonight. Judge Jimmy Woodruff chairs our fundraising arm, fundraising committee that raises money for our scholarships. He's got a wonderful committee of people. I can't tell you the great job they do in raising money to give away to our students here in Athens and Limestone County, and I'll talk a little bit about that coming up. But Judge Woodruff, thank you for what you and your committee do. Thank you. Barry Hamilton chairs our scholarship committee. He gets the scholarship applications out to the school, follows back up with all the guidance counselors, makes sure they get them in, has a committee that goes through all the scholarship applications and chooses those, and him and his committee do a great job. Barry, thank you for that. And last but not least, Barry Devine. Barry chairs our golf tournament. Does a wonderful job with that, but also he took on a new role for the first time full-time this year. If you're in Athens and you read the News Courier or you read it online, each one of the inductees has had an article published in the newspaper. That article is in your program tonight, and I'll reference that a little bit more here later. Barry Devine wrote those articles. He reached out to former coaches, former teammates, out to the inductees for quotes, statistics, and just did a great job on that. So I guess Barry is our golf tournament director and also, I guess, our PR guy or our sports information director. Barry, where's Barry? Thank you, Barry. Barry does a great job. We're fortunate here tonight, a group that always supports us in our fundraising efforts to raise money for scholarships is our elected officials in Limestone County. We're honored here tonight representing them to have State Representative Andy Witt and his wife Jennifer. Andy, will you please stand? Thank you, Mr. Witt. You're lucky. I've waited 30 years to get the microphone in front of you, but I'll be easy on you, okay?
Andy and I have worked together for 30 years, but thank you for what you do, Andy. I appreciate it, and please pass along to the rest of the delegation how much we appreciate your support. The United Way of Athens and Limestone County, they usually fly the coop on me pretty quick, but they were the people at the table back there. They handle our ticket sales, and they do an outstanding job. Kay Young McFarland is the director of United Way here in Limestone County, and we could not put this event on without their help. They do a great job. Jimmy Smith Buick GMC, they're the hole-in-one sponsor at our golf tournament, and believe it or not, last year we gave away a car during the tournament. A young man won a car. Not this year, but last year he did. Canebrake Club, Mickey Wolf and his staff for just tremendous job that they do. I've been in charity golf tournaments all over places, and you can't find a group that does a better job and makes it easier than Canebrake Club and Mickey and his staff out there. WKAC and Applebee's Tailgate Talk, raise your hand back there, guys, in the back. Tim Lambert, Jay Vassar, all the folks, Tom McClung, they do a great job in supporting us and helping us promote the events we have, Todd Tomlin, and the events we have going on at the Hall of Fame. I think some of our guys were on as late as this morning, and they get us on when we first announced the class. Bennett's Department Store, instrumental in providing the tuxes for tonight's event. Again, the Orthopedic Center is our corporate sponsor of the golf tournament. When Dr. Boyette and Dr. Lawrence came to town, they're not only wonderful physicians, but they're absolutely great corporate citizens here in our community. They brought on several of their relatives and different folks since that time, but the Orthopedic Center is a great corporate citizen and a wonderful sponsor of our golf tournament. The News Courier, as I mentioned earlier, they run our stories on our inductees and do a great job. The Alabama Veterans Museum here is always very cooperative for us in using the event center, and we thank them very much. Tracy Hicks with Athens State University Printing Services. We couldn't do this without her. This program is an endeavor, and Tracy makes it easy for us, and I really appreciate what she does. All these folks are on page 79 in your program there. If you'll look at that, there's a list of our whole sponsors for the golf tournament, and I'd ask that you look at those folks, pay attention to them, because they are big supporters of the Hall of Fame and our efforts to raise money for scholarships. And that is all we do, y'all. And last but not least, at our golf tournament, Pepsi Cola of Decatur provided our drinks, and we really appreciate that. So how about a hand for all of our supporters and folks? You know, I told you we raise money for scholarships, and that's really the only thing we do. The money that we raise through our golf tournament goes strictly to fund scholarships for student athletes here in Athens and Limestone County. And since I've been on the board, which doesn't seem like that long, but it actually has been a pretty good while now, longer than I care to think. Actually, I think we've taken those scholarships from $1,500 each up to $4,000 each. And we're working every year to increase those. It's our goal as we raise money. We're very mindful of that, to be able to increase those scholarships to where we can make a bigger impact on the lives of student athletes here in Athens and Limestone County. As I said, Barry Hamilton and his group do a fantastic job with our scholarship program. And we're honored here tonight to have 3 of our scholarship winners, and I want to recognize them at this time. The first one is Miss Shaylin Kroon. Please stand, Shaylin. Thank you. Shaylin was awarded the Jimmy Gill Memorial Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame $4,000 scholarship. She's a graduate of Athens High School and will be attending Alabama A&M, where she plans to pursue a computer science and cybersecurity degree. She's been a member of the Athens High School Lady Basketball Team, a member of the Rho Kappa, DECA, Beta Club, and the Interact Club. And through these teams and clubs, Shaylin has participated in the Full Tummy Project, collecting water bottles for residents that were impacted by the Mississippi water crisis, and has participated in the Run Like a Boss for cancer awareness. Shannon Carter, her counselor at Athens, says Shaylin is the hardest working student and is a motivation and inspiration to others. I am sure she will excel in everything she opts her mind to do. Shaylin, congratulations, and thank you on behalf of the Sports Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is the recipient of the Jackie and Helen Greenhall Memorial Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame Scholarship. All of these scholarships are $4,000. It's Preston Patterson from Ardmore High School. Preston, I'm a little biased now. That's home, you know, for me. Preston will graduate from Ardmore High School and be attending the University of Tennessee Southern, where he plans to pursue a sports management degree. In addition to his academic pursuits, he will also play baseball at UT Southern. Preston has been actively involved in football, baseball, and basketball, and has received numerous region and county awards in football and baseball. He's also very involved with the youth group at Woolly Springs Baptist Church. Preston is not only a dedicated student athlete and member of his church community, but he is a purpose-driven young man and a natural leader. Andrew Smith, his baseball coach at Ardmore, speaks highly of Preston's character. Coach Smith said that Preston works extremely hard at everything he does. He leads by example and takes advantage of every opportunity he has to make a positive impact. He takes pride in being a great person and representing himself, his family, and his school in the right way. Congratulations, Preston. Our next recipient of the $4,000 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame Scholarship is Peyton Higginbotham. Peyton could not be with us here tonight. She had her soccer award ceremony tonight for their soccer team at East Limestone. But Peyton will graduate from East Limestone and will be attending the University of South Alabama, where she plans to pursue a radiological science degree specializing in sonography. Peyton was a member of the East Limestone soccer team and an AYSO team, where she served as a captain for 4 years. In addition to being a member of these soccer teams, Peyton was a member of the Beta Club, Spanish Club, Science Club, and the Science National Honor Society. She has dedicated her free time to giving back to the community, working for the local elementary school, coaching youth soccer players, visiting nursing homes, and mentoring girls in the Big Sister, Little Sister soccer program. Renee Davis Clem, AP psychology teacher at East Limestone, says, Peyton's academic pursuits, school involvement, as well as volunteer and community work have helped her become a well-rounded young woman. All of these attributes, combined with her personality and can-do attitude, have given her the tools she needs to be successful in college as well as life. Peyton Higginbotham. Our final scholarship winner is Michael Thrasher of West Limestone High School. Michael, congratulations. Michael will graduate from West Limestone and will be attending the University of Alabama, where he plans to pursue a mechanical engineering degree. Michael has been actively involved in playing several sports, including junior varsity basketball, senior football, and golf. He has also participated in various clubs, including FCCLA, FBLA, FFA, and served as vice president in leadership capabilities and selection of West Limestone Alabama Boys State Representative in 2022 and serving as a member of the Alabama Youth Development Program for 2022 and 23. Brian Josh, math teacher at West Limestone, says Michael is more than deserving of receiving this scholarship. Over the years, he has proven himself to be a fantastic student, athlete, and awesome person. Congratulations, Michael. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get into the part of the program we all came for, the induction of this year's class. And again, it is a wonderful class that we will induct, and we will begin with our first inductee who graduated from Athens High School. He was an athletic trainer there from 1963 to 1966. And after that, he attended the University of Alabama on scholarship as a trainer for the University of Alabama football team for Coach Paul Bear Bryant. After graduating, he went to law school and got a law degree from the University of Alabama in 1973, and he remained close to the Alabama Athletic Department, representing two former head football coaches and current football coach Nick Saban. In 1994, the University of Alabama Administration and Office of General Counsel asked this inductee and his law firm to represent the faculty athletics representative before the NCAA Infractions Appeal Committee. It was the first successful appeal in NCAA history and the good name of the faculty athletics representative was cleared, and many of the sanctions against the athletic department was overturned. Our inductee says, "It has been an honor to provide legal representation to the university, Coach Gene Stallings, and now Coach Nick Saban, as well as I proudly serve as a member of the Nick's Kids Foundation Board, and the legacy of generosity the Saban family will leave in Tuscaloosa is incomparable. One of the main things I learned under these men is that to have a successful organization, you must surround yourself with good people, make them feel like they're part of a team, and be good to them." Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Leon Ashford.
Family here tonight, except for 2 or 3 who are ill. But I want you all to know that a lifetime starts in a town like this with your best friends. And Jimmy and Joey and Bill are here tonight. My wife is here. My children are here. 4 of my 6 grandsons are here. And I cannot tell you how important it is that you take what you have and what you are given as a member of this community and take it to other parts of this country and make it into something that's just as special as it was when we were living it. Don't ever give up on the relationships that you form in your hometown and with the people you love. Thank you all very much.
As I said earlier, I'm being brief with my comments tonight on our inductees. Please read the articles that Barry wrote in your program. There's a lot more information in there. I'm hitting their highlights of their athletic achievements and things that they've done. But please, there's some wonderful commentary in our program on all of these people. Our next inductee is a graduate of Athens High School, where he started football as a wide receiver, running back, punt, and kickoff return, and also on defense as a strong safety. His senior season, he averaged 15.7 yards every time he touched the football. He scored touchdowns rushing, receiving, and on punt and kickoff returns. During his career at Athens, he earned numerous individual awards. As a junior, he was named honorable mention All-State. But it was during his senior season where things really opened up for this inductee. He was named to the prestigious Alabama Super 12 team while earning 5A Player of the Year honors. He was also chosen to play in the inaugural Alabama-Mississippi High School All-Star Game. He would then go on to sign a football scholarship with the University of North Alabama, where he played there for 2 years under Coach Bobby Wallace. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Carlos Franklin.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to thank God for the opportunity to be honored today. I would like to thank the Limestone County Hall of Fame for recognizing my talent. This is a wonderful honor. To all my teammates, especially my linemen, I would like to give a special thanks to you. Without you, I would not be standing in front of you receiving this honor. I think I see 2 of them, Troy Rogers and Greg Greenhall. and Barry Anderson is one of my teammates too. All right, to my family and friends, thanks for always supporting me. My family is my everything. A special thank you to my mom, Janie Murrell. This is so much I can say about you. I remember I always wanted to play Pee Wee football because my friends played, but she wasn't happy. So I rode to the trials anyway and went with one of my friends to watch. And my Uncle Willie Murray saw me out there crying because I wanted to play. Somehow he went home and got my mom to come sign me up. I thought I was about to be in trouble when I saw her come across the field. And it was nothing but uphill from there. That's how it all got started. It is such a privilege to be honored with all of the greats here tonight. Once again, thank you all so much. And to Coach Hamilton, I hear the drums.
Our next inductee is a graduate of West Limestone High School, where he started football and helped the Wildcats to a 9-1 record his senior year. But that's not where he found his most success. He found his most success as a track star. He went to Calhoun Junior College and later to Austin Peay. In track, in 1970 cross country, he was a state champion and Calhoun MVP. He was runner-up in Alabama Junior College cross country championship in 1971. He then received a scholarship to Livingston University, but months later, Livingston dropped their track program. Then he received a scholarship offer to Austin Peay University in 1973. He ran cross country and track from 1973 through 1975 and set the school indoor mile record at 4:19, indoor 2-mile record at 9:09, and outdoor mile at 4:18. He ranked 4th in the OVC conference in the 2-mile in 1974, where he led 2 years there in cross country and track. He was the football coach at Danville High School from 1978 to 2000 and coached track and cross country at Sparkman High School from 2006 to 2015, where he coached Katie Hudson, a 15-time state champion in cross country and track at Sparkman from 2006 to 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Charlie Gover.
My family, my wife, my daughters, my son-in-laws, my granddaughter over here, my sisters who kept me eligible at Austin Peay with all the term papers I did on the weekends for me. West Limestone, I was a guy who you didn't dare me about to do anything. You didn't. But from first grade on, I think in first grade, we had outdoor toilets. And as a kid dared me to stick my foot down in there. And the thing is, it's way down in there before you touched anything. So I did, and Evelyn Harrison wore me out about every day. So I didn't know it at the time, but what I had was ADHD, and because I couldn't sit still in class. So, but I always loved sports, and wanted to be a star in sports. Played football at Owen Junior kind of started, went to West Limestone, and we had like 8 back. I played in the backfield a little bit, but Coach Dwayne Alfrey was from Athens High School. He put me on the offensive line, so I was offensive guard, and 155 pounds. But the best part of my practice was the wind sprints. After the third wind sprint, I owned the backs. So I could outrun the backs after that. So in the newspaper that year, they said West Limestone would go 1-9 because we lost 4 players who quit school, got married, whatever, who played both ways. And they said we probably beat Alpine. And we won 9, lost 1, had 6 shutouts. Oregon beat us 25-18. So the end of the school year, they had all county coming out the news curve. So I get that news curve, opened it up, inspect and see Charlie Gover. My name's not there. Even George Gregg's name's in there. And that was a big disappointment there at the time. I didn't really deserve it. So talk about these academic scholarships here. You won't ever see my name on academic scholarship for sure. So I am not planning on going to college. Didn't want to go to college. And for that summer, I signed up for the U.S. Navy. And I joined in the Navy in the fall. Excuse me. And a friend of mine from Clint Legg Adams came by the house. They go back down with my own register for a couple of summer school classes. So I thought, okay, I'll buy that down with you. So we rode down there and come on, Charles, take a couple of classes with me. And I said, okay, why not? I'm going to the military fall. So we had I took English and a golf class. The golf coach was Bobby Franks. And we got talked one day because I'm kind of a skinny little kid. He said, do you ever run track, Charlie? I said, I ran in 10th grade, coach, and what'd you run? I ran a mile, 5 flat. We didn't do practice. Coach Coffee, he just finished out there and he'll go run a half mile. And we had two track meets that year. So why don't you walk on this fall? So went on come, I'm forgetting about the name. I'm gonna go to Calhoun. So halfway through the season, I was beating all the kids that he had recruited or came back. And Jeff State was supposed to win the state that year. And their coach called our coach, Coach Frank said, Coach, you mind if we order a bigger trophy for first place? Usually the top 7 trophies are about like that, and they lost state. And he agreed to it. And we were going to run to Jeff State, and they had a big hill on that course for the state meet. So my coach, Calhoun, didn't have any heels. He said, Charlie, y'all know where any heels are? I said, yes, sir. We got some heels at West Limestone. So we went up there. We ran up and down Gypsy Hill before you crossed the river to go to West Limestone. And I went over there several times after that. And I learned how to run downhill. Downhill running, you got to know what to do. You just turn loose and go. And some people hold back and just waste energy. So we go to state meet. We take off 2 miles up the big hill. And I was right behind the Jeff State kid coming down the hill. I just took off. And the kid didn't catch me. So the big trophy went to me. And so that was a pretty good inning there. And like I said, I was supposed to go to Livingston University. Looking forward to it. They dropped the program. And right when school was out, the ex-Alabama coach, Ken Gunner, he came to Calhoun and said, we're looking for distance runners. We don't have many in Austin Peay. A couple of them that had some of the Austin Peay distance runners, they was doing things like selling marijuana to junior high kids, things like that. But he was looking for some good kids, I guess. So we got to Austin Peay, and first time we did up there was doing morning runs, and morning runs are hard to get used to it. So I got pretty good at that, and I ran 1,300 miles. But that summer before I went to Austin Peay, that helped me out a lot. So that was kind of my career. And one thing I said I'd never do was teach school or coach or anything like that, and I wound up doing all that, and really enjoyed it. And looked up to a lot of people like Tommy Smith and John Wayne King back here. They were kind of heroes that I looked up to. But I retired. Had 2 girls at Farming High School, went to Mississippi State, and they were really good runners. So I enjoyed all that. And so Just glad I got inducted to. This was a big honor in the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you.
It's always making its way down. One thing I did say about our scholarship program today, we have awarded right around $90,000 in scholarships to student athletes here in Athens and Limestone County. So a lot of good work by the board that year. Something we're very proud of. Our next inductee is a graduate of Athens High School, where he was an all-around athlete. He earned 10 varsity letters. Basketball, 1976-77. He was all-region and averaged 16 points per game and was the team's most improved player. In 1977 and 78, he was all-region and averaged 21 points per game. He was the team captain and the team MVP. He played baseball in 1975, 76, 77, and 78. In 76, he batted over 300. In 77, he batted over 450 and was the team MVP. In 1978, he batted over 400 and was the team captain. He was on the East-West All-Star team and batted 750 in that local tournament. In track, in 1978, he lettered as a high jumper on the state champion indoor track team. And in football, in 1975, 76, and 77, Athens High School had a record of 32-5-2. He was a safety on the 1975 state championship team and a quarterback and safety on the 1976 co-state championship team. In 1977, he was named All-State, team captain, and most valuable offensive back and MVP of the locally televised Athens Decatur game. In 1978, he signed a football scholarship with the University of Alabama, where he was on 2 national championship teams, first as a defensive back in 1978, and in 1979 as a defensive back and quarterback. 1980 as a quarterback, he was on the team that went 10-2 and finished with a win over Baylor in the Cotton Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Greg Haynes.
Thank you so much. What a tremendous honor it is for me to stand here tonight to be included among the greats of sport for Athens and Limestone County. It's a tremendous feeling. Thank you to the board of directors. Congratulations to the other 2023 inductees. Certainly I want to thank God and give thanks for all I was able to do as an athlete and worked with so many wonderful people, associated with so many wonderful people. Coaches, teammates, my family, my church, just very fortunate man. My family's all here tonight, so glad to have them. My mom and dad raised us in just such a wonderful home. I had all the opportunity I wanted as a young man. My brother and I just had every opportunity we wanted. We were supported and fully encouraged in everything we did. Growing up, all I wanted to do was play for Athens High School, play Pee Wee and midget football and Dixie Youth and Babe Ruth baseball, play rec center basketball. Loved every minute of it. But Mom and Dad took us to Athens games, and certainly I fell in love with Athens High School and the tradition of that program. Just wanted the chance to put on that uniform. When I finally did, we really had a lot of success. So fortunate to have Coach Larry McCoy as my head coach and the staff that was on the Athens staff at that point. But we had so many wonderful teammates, so many great players. Of course, state champions in 1975, 1976. What a tremendous thrill that was to bring those championships home to Athens. Very fortunate as well to play some other sports. Enjoyed those very much. Just a great feeling to represent my school and my hometown and be an Athens Golden Eagle. Very fortunate as well to get a scholarship. I had hoped to play in the SEC, and I got that chance. Unfortunately, an injury cut my career short, but certainly the relationships, the friendships I made, and of course the life lessons I learned have stayed with me all these years. I'm very proud to call Athens my home. Very proud to have been a Golden Eagle, and thank you so very much for this honor. I'm very, very happy to be a member of the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
Our next inductee is a graduate of West Limestone High School. Was a basketball and volleyball star there. In basketball, she was all-county for 5 straight years, from her 8th grade year to her 12th grade year. She was county MVP her junior and senior years. She recorded 1,297 rebounds, 2,421 points. She made 3 all-state selections. She held a school record for most points until her younger sister, who is in the crowd here tonight, broke her record. She played collegiately at Belmont University and was a 3-year starter there. Each season, the team posted a winning record and was runner-up one season in the Atlantic Sun Conference. While at Belmont, she scored 1,115 points with 399 rebounds. She's among the top 25 all-time scorers at the school and 5th all-time field goal percentage in a single season, 3rd in all-time career field goal percentage. In volleyball, she was all-Limestone County 4 years, the county MVP her senior year, and had 2 all-state selections. Not only has she played, but she's coached. She coached at East Limestone High School from 2003 to 2013, at Ardmore High School from 2013 to 2018, and she currently coaches at West Limestone High School. Her volleyball teams have made several regional tournament trips and 1 appearance in the state Final Four. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Chasity Legg.
Playing in front of a crowd is definitely much easier than speaking. I will say that. I would try to get through this without ugly crying, so I will not embarrass my girls. First of all, what an honor to stand up here. I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee for this tremendous honor. The game of basketball has brought many accomplishments, and this may be the biggest one yet. As the saying goes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work, which described my career. Even though God blessed me to be 6'2", I still had to work to compete to play at the Division I level. I want to thank my family for all the love, support, and guidance over the years. Your unwavering support has allowed me to compete and be the best person I can be. Thank you for pushing me and for always believing in me. My family not only supported me in high school, but drove many, many miles when I was in college. The best feeling was knowing I always had someone in the stands cheering me on. I didn't always know who, but I knew someone would be there. My parents got dial-up internet so they could listen to the games that were too far away, and to this day, they still don't have cable. My dad was one of my biggest supporters. He encouraged me on the games that didn't always go my way. He praised me when I deserved to be praised, and he coached me when I needed to improve my game. He spent many hours working with me. Every Sunday afternoon when we were at the gym shooting and working on moves, there was never a doubt where he was in the gym. You could always hear, move your feet. When I went to college, he told me I had made it this far, he was done yelling. Well, that lasted all of 30 seconds in my first college game. My mom was the absolute best. She was my shoulder to cry on. Next to my dad, she was the biggest supporter and encourager. She made sure I had my favorite food on game days. She had my uniforms washed, painted up, ready to go. When I was in college, she always was the last one in the gym. She would go to my dorm and make sure she changed my sheets, so I would have clean sheets after the game. She was amazing, and I can never thank her enough for the love and support she has given me. My grandmother would tell it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. Honestly, I think I looked for her to see if she was there first. She kept up with every point and rebound I had in high school and college. She was the navigator to all games because she was the only one that was able to read them out and that my dad would not yell at. She would always make food because she thought I wasn't eating enough. To my siblings, Zach, he was my lister. He always had the words I needed to hear and still does. To Zane and Shanna, they were gone, and I think they came for the food and the t-shirts. But we were always excited to see each other, and I made them proud. Thank you to my aunts, uncle, and kin for traveling many miles and always being on standby in case my mom or dad had to split and couldn't make it. Thank you to my high school coaches, Coach Tribble, Mr. Campbell, and Steve Griggs. I didn't know what these three meant to me, nor what they went through until I began coaching myself. I know at times I was a handful, I was a competitor and hated to lose, and sometimes my emotions got the best of me. Thank you to my college coaches. They believed in this country girl from Leicester and gave me the opportunity to prove myself. At first it was difficult, it was something I never had faced before. It was hard, but I knew I could do it. But with the support and encouragement from family back home and teammates, I got the job done. It wasn't about my size in college. It was about my work ethic, grit, and determination. And last, I want to thank my husband, Clint. I've done so well. And girls, Lily and Lucy, for always listening and going along with my basketball stories. I tell them all the time, if you only knew me back in the day, I could play, and nobody wanted to win or hated to lose more than me. I was a competitor, and I hope my girls learn and understand the meaning of hard work pays off. Thank you again.
Our next inductee was a multi-sport star at Athens Bible School. Played basketball 1973 and 74, 74 and 75 as team captain, best hustler. He's all-county, conference, area champs the team was. In 1974 and 75 in baseball, he was the captain of the 73 and 74 team. 74 and 75, his best offensive player, most stolen bases. In 73, 74, 75, highest batting average in 74, 75, most runs scored in 1975. The team was area champs that year. It was all county in 73, 74, and 1975. It was also all-conference tournament team, East-West Lions Club All-State team. He won the Booster Club Sportsmanship Award. He was a dual baseball and basketball scholarship recipient at Florida College in Tampa, Florida. In 1975 and 77, he played baseball there. 2-year batting average was above 300. Also played basketball in 75 and 76. He came back to Athens State in 1977 and 79. He played baseball with a batting average above 300. He's a 1979 graduate of Athens State University and was their 2010 Distinguished Alumnus of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Tracy Lowery.
Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame for this wonderful honor. I am extremely humbled and proud to be selected as a member of this class. My wife, my children will comment that my wife often talks about how lucky I am, and I could not agree with her more. I consider myself very lucky to have grown up here in Athens, Alabama, to have attended Athens Bible School, and to have graduated from Athens State College. I was so lucky to be born. Excuse me.
Go Tracy. Go buddy.
To be born to Glenn and Ozell Lowery, to have a slightly older sister Pam, who was very supportive, to have 5 wonderful children, 1 granddaughter, supportive in-laws, and a wonderful wife. My wife, April, is the one that holds everything together, encourages us all. As with many of you, my first exposure to sports, this was quite a while ago, so it wasn't organized. Most of our introduction to sports occurred in our neighborhoods. I was very fortunate to have a first cousin, Tommy Abernathy, who lived on my same street. And though he was several years older than I, he would play with me. And he would include me in sports activities with his friends. And despite my youth and despite my lack of size, allowed me to play with them, which I think was very instrumental in me improving and being able to compete at different levels as I aged. Like many of you, the games that I remember, the events, the successes and failures are not things that happened months ago or years ago. It's things that happened 50 years ago. And many of you are like me, and you can remember striking out. You can remember hitting a home run. You can remember the basketball game. My first introduction to organized sports, like many of you, was baseball. Many of you, some of you in the audience that I played with and against over at Fifth Avenue. And we started at age 8. Back then, in the late 60s, we had no T-ball. We had no coach pitch, and we had no machine pitch. Everything started with kid pitch, and it started at age 8. My kids have had to listen to endless stories that go back into those times, and I know some of them were skeptical about some of the events. Some of the folks in this audience have been included in some of those stories. Attending Athens Bible School gave me the opportunity to play baseball and basketball for many years. Baseball particularly started at that time under the late Price Parker, who was sports editor for the Athens News Courier. Coach Bill Murrell came to Athens Bible School when I was, I think, maybe in the 8th grade, so he was only about 10 years older than we were. He was a very young man, a young teacher, and a young coach when he first came to school. The same calmness in class that he has today was present even then. And he is such a deserving inductee into this class, and we'll be speaking to you soon. basketball at that time under the leadership of Coach Wayne Kirkendall and the late Morris Scripture reached heights that had previously not been seen at the Bible school. In fact, we won the county-wide tournament for the first time in 1975, which was my senior year. Teammates on that team included Cody Sweetland and Keith Scripture that are also members of this Hall of Fame. Following high school, as was mentioned earlier, I attended Florida College and then subsequently came to Athens to graduate from Athens State College and play baseball. The discipline that I learned in athletics and academics from both high school and college enabled me to attend medical school at UAB and ultimately to realize my dream of becoming a vascular surgeon. My entire experience in high school and college can be summarized, I think, with the word encouragement. I felt that I could do almost anything in athletics, in academics, and in life, and it was due to the positive attitude of the coaches that I had, the faculty that I had, and the encouragement that they gave me on a daily basis. Throughout the years, I've had the pleasure of coaching kids really at all ages in both basketball and baseball. And I hope that I have been as patient and as encouraging to them as all of the folks that I've mentioned have always been to me. I want to again thank Athens, Limestone County, and everyone who has provided me with such encouragement over the past 66 years. You mean the world to me. Thank you.
Our next inductee, another multi-sport star from Athens High School. In track, in 1974, he was a freshman point leader, 75 point leader, 76, he was the point leader, 77 MVP, all TVC and all state, indoor state champions in 74, 76, and 77. Outdoor state champions in 1975, 76, and 77. He was the 1976 triple jump record holder in high school, 1977 the 4x100 relay high school record holder, 1977 state indoor high jump champion, 1977 long jump and triple jump state runner-up. In football, he was 1976 All-State selection, team MVP lineman, and co-captain. The team won the state championship in 75, 76. He went on to play collegiately at UNA from 1978 to 81 and was first team defensive back starter. He was the 1978 Most Improved Player at UNA. In 1980, second round, UNA went to the second round of the Division II playoffs. He had 9 career interceptions. He was 1980 Gulf South Conference champions. The team was the first football GSC championship that UNA had ever had. In summary, he had 8 state high school championship teams and 1 college championship team. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Ollie McGee.
First of all, I'd like to thank the board of directors and everyone behind the scenes that made this night possible, made this honor possible. It's a great honor, and to be listed in the names of all the males and females that have made this team It's such a variety of people. I'm just greatly honored. I'd like to thank individually, if I could, Coach Larry McCoy, who believed in a skinny 155-pound sophomore, Bobby Vaughn, Nick Allen, Greg Young. I want to thank you for your support and especially your friendship. From 1974 to 1977, I played with some of the greatest athletes to ever come to this school. We were unified in our goals. We were teammates. There was no animosities. There was no bickering. We had a goal, and that goal was to be state champions, and the goal was to win. And we did that a lot. As the profile showed, we won back-to-back state championships in football. We won 3 indoor and 3 outdoor state meets. Even though my high school career and my college career had a lot of victories, there was also some disappointments and some hurdles that came my way. In the 1975 state championship game, hurt my ankle in the third quarter, didn't play anymore. While everybody was celebrating that victory, I was on my way to the hospital to get an x-ray. 1976, we went back. We tied, which was something that I know everybody wished we would had won it, but we were able to repeat as state champions, so we were very proud of that because we lost a tremendous amount of talent in 75, and I don't think nobody was really sure whether we could do it again, but we did. After my high school career, I go to UNA. I go as a wide receiver, and in the fall of that year, my position coach came up to me and said, and Gerald Goodman was my coach. He was one of those coaches that everything was excitable. I mean, everything was great, let's go. So he came up to me after practice one day and said, Ollie, he said, we got to have you on defense. I said, okay. I was thinking they were going to put me at defensive end. I played in high school. He said, we need you as a defensive back. I said, Coach, you do realize I've never been a defensive back in my life. He patted me on the back as he usually would do and say, you'll do great. I was redshirted that year to learn how to be a defensive back and learn how to play a defensive back position. And at the end of the spring, going into the next season, I was a starting left corner. My freshman year, had a great year. I missed 3 games due to a bruised patellar ligament. Sophomore year was a carbon copy. Had a great season, but had a blood clot in my calf and missed 3 games there. My junior year was the only season I ever made it through, and we had a really good year that year. We were the first Gulf South Conference football champions. We went to the first state national championship playoffs. We won the very first game against Virginia Union, before losing to Eastern Illinois in the second round. After our season was over as juniors, Coach Grubb called all the seniors into his office, and we talked about goals and aspirations, what we wanted to do for our senior year. And he told me, he said, Ollie, you had a great junior year. If you can stay healthy, there's no reason why you would not be first team all conference next year. That's all he had to say to me, because it motivated me to work harder in the off season. I worked on my strength, conditioning, my speed. I was the strongest I ever was, and I was the fastest I ever was. We started the season with a win. Second game of the year was against Delta State. They were on offense first, we was on defense first. We held them on downs, and we had a return right, and that's when the defensive lineman will hit the offensive lineman and then peel off to the right. I was the left corner. My job was to make sure that the ball was kicked. So I go in to rush the punter, and just stopped playing with my right foot. The blocking back up there hit me inside the knee and broke a bone in my foot. So that was it. My senior year was done, and all my aspirations and all my dreams of that year were done. But you know what? I would not have it any other way. Because he blessed me with my wife, 41 years, 2 great sons, Tyler and Connor, 2 great daughter-in-laws, Kristen and soon-to-be daughter-in-law Taylor, and my little bandits, my grandson, my little buddy. With this honor, you have given me closure. I thank you so much.
Our next inductee is a true legend at Athens Bible School. As the baseball coach there, his teams have won over 900 games. In 2018, won the Class A state championship, and his teams have been runners-up in the state tournament 6 times. Been to the semifinals 4 times, the quarterfinals 7 times, 28 area championships, 12 area runners-ups, 36 appearances in state playoffs, 5-time Limestone County champions, and 5 times runner-up. Alabama Sports Writers Association Coach of the Year 4 times, Decatur Daily 3 times, 1A 3A Coach of the Year 11 times, Limestone County Coach of the Year 5 times, Valley Athletic Conference Coach of the Year 3 times. In 2011, he was inducted into the Alabama High School State Athletic Association Hall of Fame. 2015, inducted into the Alabama Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. He's been the head baseball coach at Athens Bible School for 49 years. He's also coached cross country for 47 years at Athens Bible School, winning 4 state championships and finishing runner-up 7 times. He's been an athletic director there 48 years, with the school winning 11 state championships and 21 runner-up finishes. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Coach Bill Murrell.
Like all the rest, I want to say a big, big thank you to all who have made tonight so wonderful. A big thank you to the Board of Directors for the honor to be added to this exceptional group of high school and college coaches and players, some of whom went on to become professional players in their sport. So it's certainly and especially rewarding tonight to be included in this activity along with a former player. As Tracy mentioned, being teammates with Keith and Cody, all three of those were on perhaps the best record that the coach team could ever have. 19 wins, just 2 losses. Baseball, not bad. I wasn't born and raised in Limestone County. As my bio said, my father was a gospel preacher, and we moved often. I attended 7 different schools from grade 1 through 12. Graduated from high school in Indianapolis, Indiana, and then attended Florida College, as we mentioned already tonight, in Tampa, Florida. And while there, made friends with several people that were from the Athens area. 2 of them, one of the local ones and a good friend of mine from elsewhere, were getting married in the summer of 1970, and I came to attend their wedding. I've often wondered, where would I be if I had not attended that wedding? While at that wedding, I was introduced to Clint Legg, who was the principal of Athens Bible School. 2 weeks later, I was offered a job to come and teach, to be a PE teacher and a coach. I moved here in August of 1970. Of course, everyone at the school, all the kids, thought I was an imported Yankee coming from Indiana. So I had to show them my draft card, which gave my place of birth as Montgomery, Alabama. Now, only half of us here tonight remember what a draft card was. Tracy mentioned Bryce Parker. Bryce had started baseball at Athens Bible School, and when I arrived to work there, he found out that I loved baseball, and he needed an assistant coach. 3 years later, he unexpectedly passed away, and I found myself a head coach at the age of 25. Well, back then, the AHSAA didn't have rules against high school coaches coaching their players in the summer. So I coached Babe Ruth baseball in the summer. 1 or 2 of y'all may have been on one of those all-star teams. I remember Gary Reedus was. Well, I learned a lot about handling teenagers because 25, obviously, I didn't have any kids at that time. I learned a lot about handling teenagers from some parent coaches who coached them in the summer, who coached Tracy and Keith, Cody, and among others. Jimmy Krause, Vernon Castleberry, Eddie Ball, and Hobo Eubanks. I learned a lot from them, mainly about how to handle teenagers. Well, after my first year of teaching, I married my wife, Renetta, and brought her to Limestone County. And if any of you went to Julia Newman Elementary as a student during the 71-72 school year, she was your elementary teacher, elementary PE teacher. Well, when we started our family in 76, our oldest was born, some of these men and their wives became basically our kids' adopted grandparents, since their real grandparents lived hundreds of miles away. In fact, at that time, my father lived in England. We had 2 sons and 1 daughter, Brad, and Brittany. Brad and Brittany are able to be here tonight. Brett is in the Air Force Reserve and flies for Delta, and Delta's got him scheduled to leave tomorrow. But in 1990, Brittany's doctors at Vanderbilt told us she needed a liver transplant. And this was the days before the GoFundMe accounts were in existence. And Wayne Holt, who is here tonight, a dear family friend, spearheaded an effort to raise the necessary funds to make that possible. I would not be here tonight without the effort and accomplishment of so many talented student athletes down through the years. Most coaches, if not all, will tell you that they have to have the support of the families of their players. And that support has been so evident in our school. I have worked under 6 different administrators. All of them were always very supportive. 2 of them are here tonight. Randy Adams and Bobby Ray. Thank y'all for being here. And I've always been blessed by having some wonderful assistant coaches over the years. One of them is even a little bit older than myself. Melvin Millman Miller has been our pitching coach for almost 30 years. When he was working 3 shifts, 3 12-hour shifts a week, and off 3 12 hours, 3 days a week, he would come and help us coach. When he retired, he became the full-time pitching coach. And Billy Hall was an assistant coach for 25 years and was with us for 6 of the 7 years we took teams to the state finals. One of the men sitting behind me on the stage, Billy Owens, was an assistant coach the other time we went to the state finals. My son Brad has been with us for 17 years, 3 of which we went to the finals. And he will be taking over the head coaching position next year. In cross country, I've had some wonderful help. The late Mike Opals was a tremendous help during the years when I was working a weekend job just to help put my boys through college. And Billy Bradford, our track coach, has ran our summer cross-country program for several years. I could tell you so many stories about things and situations, as most any coach could, that have happened over all my years. But there are 2 that stand out. One year in cross-country, when we were running all of our meets, there would be coaches from 2 other schools that would be running all over the cross-country course, yelling at their players, "Catch the green, catch the green." Sometimes they did, and sometimes they didn't. Before the state meet, poll came out, and we were picked to finish 5th. And so I remember reading about something that helped the team one time. Went and bought some new jerseys. They were white, generic looking. At our hotel, we put the white jerseys on, and then we put our green jerseys on over them. And at this particular state meet that was at Troy, we had a warm-up assembly area, and then you went single file up a hill to the starting line, and they put us alphabetical. Of course, I was on the far left. The other 2 schools, I won't name them, they were way over on the far right. So we get to the starting line, no one can see us, we take off the green jerseys. One of our parents was walking by that team after they had awarded the trophies. "Coach, how did Bible School finish 2nd? I never saw one of their runners all day." The second story involves baseball. The year we won the state, 08, we'd gone down to East Central Alabama town. We played this school the year before and had beaten them. We went down there, we got down there about 2.5 hours early, asked for a place to change clothes, and their coach said, "What, you didn't come with uniform on?" And 2 hours before the game, he said over, he said, "Can I have you lined up?" Well, I'm not the kind of coach that makes out my lineup that early. So I said, I'll have it a little while. An hour, he sent someone over for the lineup. Nope. I knew what he wanted. He had one very dominant pitcher. I had two pretty good pitchers. He was wanting to pitch his best against what he thought was my second best, so that maybe we could split and then he could get us in the rubber game 3 the next day. And Coach Hall, Coach Brad and I were talking. You know, I don't want to pitch Joseph against his ace. I want to pitch Joseph against his ace. And he's wanting to know who we're going to pitch so he can set up his lineup. So I decided I would put 2 lineups in my hip pocket. One with a right-handed pitcher, A.J. Price, in my right hip pocket, and the other with our left-handed pitcher, Joseph Baker, in my left hip pocket. Being the visiting team, he had to hand his lineup to the umpire first. And so I'm looking, and I see he does not have his ace in number 1. I reached in my right pocket, that signal to the coaches, get our right-hander ready. And A.J. Price went out over when I handed the lineup card to the coach, to the umpire. The coach got his copy, was just upset. A.J. only pitched a 2-hit, a shutout with no hits against that team. And then our ace beat their ace 4-2 in the next game. And then we went on to win the state. I'm often asked, when are you going to retire? My answer is usually, well, I want to keep working with these young people as long as I feel I can make a difference in their lives. And then I add, I pray that God will give me the wisdom to know when that time comes. A coach's responsibility is to not only prepare them for the game, but prepare them for the game of life. I'm ready, as has already been announced to some of you. I'm retiring from coaching baseball. I will stay on as athletic director and counselor for another year or so. Again, thank you to this board that is sitting behind me. A special thank you because I think they adopted a different rule to allow me at age 75 to be able to stand before you tonight. A special thanks to my wife, my companion of 52 years, the mother of our children, who always took them to our games, even putting hard hats on their head while they were playing in the dirt when they were too young to pay much attention to the game. Bernetta, thank you for all the memories, and I count my blessings. To have married you, to brought you to Limestone County, to experience with me the love people of this town and this county. Thank you.
Our next inductee is a graduate of Clements High School. He was one of the first black students to graduate from the segregated Limestone County High School. He was instrumental in the success of the Clements High School sports program while he was there. He was named the All-State basketball tournament team in 1967. He was also a running back and a defensive back for the Clemens High School football team, and instrumental in helping Clemens go 10-0 that year and win a state championship in 1966. As I mentioned, he started basketball, helping Clemens win the 1967 state championship on a team that went 23-4. After a brief college career in Nebraska, he served our country in the military during the Vietnam War. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Robert Stewart.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not going to be long. I'm just going to tell you a short story. I went to Columbus because my brother told me. I've never read nothing. And I went down there and I never been around a bunch of white people. So that was his training. But I had some good teachers. Coach Graham, Coach Black. They taught us how to love each other. Along with my mother was teaching me the same thing. As I sat out here, we got to learn each other. And by the same year, we were ready to go and do what we had to do. And we did it. Coach Graham and Coach Black was like my father. They kept everything straight, black and white. And when we went to state in football and basketball, we were like brothers. And we played like brothers. And we've been all over, we're still like brothers. And our family with me tonight to support me. The Columbus family, I love them both. And I'll always love them both. I thank God for y'all inducting me into this Hall of Fame. Thank you very much.
Our last inductee will be our first golfer ever inducted into the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. And for those of you that know me, that's special to me. I love the game. This person graduated from Athens High School, where he was on the golf team from 2000 to 2003. And the team finished state runner-up each year. He was All-State in 2002 and 2003. He set a boys' record low for a round in the AJGA Henry Griffiths Rome Junior Classic with a 62 in the final round that included 10 birdies and 8 pars. He's been featured in the Faces in the Crowd section of the October 21, 2002 issue of Sports Illustrated and in Golf World. He's a 2002 SJGT Huntsville Invitational Champion, 2002 Legends Invitational Champion, 2002 Alabama State Junior Amateur Top 5 finisher. He went on to play collegiately at the University of Alabama from 2003 to 2008, where he was redshirted in 2005. He was 2004 SEC Freshman Academic Honor Roll, Academic All-SEC 2006 through 2007, member of the 2008 SEC Championship team. In his amateur career, he's tied for third at the 2009 Spirit of America Tournament at Burning Tree, qualified for the 2014 U.S. Amateur Tournament, 2017 and 2018 State Mid-Am Champion, qualified for the 2019 U.S. Mid-Am Four-Ball Championship, third at the 2021 PGA Club Championship at Pinehurst. He's a 9-time Canebrake Club champion. And just recently, in 2022, he won the PGA National Club Championship at Kiowa Island, South Carolina. That's all the data I have on him. But I'm going to go off script in a minute because this gentleman is a personal friend of mine and a very personal friend of my family. I don't mind telling you that. And I got off script last year a little bit with Judge Mike Davis and John Wayne back here. I'm going to get off script with this guy. You know, there's a lot of things that make you Hall of Fame worthy. And everybody that I read here tonight, their accolades on the sports field, coaching has done that. And certainly this person's accomplishment on the golf course has done that as well. But you know, our world today needs more role models. And this gentleman is a role model to many, many of our young people at Canebrake Club. We have one of, if not the best, junior golf program in the state of Alabama. And this gentleman supports that program, the way he conducts himself on and off the golf course, the organizations that he supports, that supports the well-being spiritually as well as physically on the golf course, is unmatched in my opinion. And I'm well qualified to make that statement because I have a son who has no better friend and no better mentor than our next inductee. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Stuart Witt.
This wasn't going to be easy, but after Jeff took care of that introduction, it's going to be a lot harder. Those that know me, I know I'm not a big fan of the spotlight, but a colleague of mine said that we have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and this is definitely one of those moments for me. A lot of people here tonight have helped me along my journey. My wife and my caddy has been a huge support for me. Family and friends have guided me, supported me, encouraged me along the way. There's a lot of coaches and mentors here tonight that the more I look around the room, the more I see, which is great. Teammates, got a couple here tonight, and just the way that they pushed me to be better, on the golf course, on the basketball court, whatever it was. I appreciate that. And then the board of directors for allowing me to be a part of such an incredible group of athletes in the history of Limestone County. The thing I love the most about sports is the people you meet and the experiences that you get to share together. Even though golf is considered an individual sport, I had a lot of incredible teammates in high school where we finished second, like Jeff said, unfortunately in all 4 years. But in college, I was fortunate enough to be on some great teams that ended up winning the SEC championship in 2008. Limestone County is made up of a lot of amazing people who really encourage others to succeed in whatever they're doing. And this group has been a big part of that for me in the last 25 years or so since I've been playing golf. It's an honor to be the first golfer inducted into Limestone County Hall of Fame, and I look forward to continuing the precedent set by those before me and supporting the next generation and the journey of their athletic careers. So, thank you.
How about another round of applause for all of our inductees? What a great class. Congratulations again to each one of you. Congratulations to our scholarship winners. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you to do one thing. I do this every year. If you look in your program on page 80, I can almost guarantee you that several of you have sat here tonight and thought of someone during this ceremony that needs to be nominated or inducted into the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. Page 80 is our nomination form with our criteria. It's pretty concise. And you can use that form. You can go onto our website, Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame website, and nominate someone, or you can contact any one of these folks behind me. It may have been a former teammate, or just somebody you saw play for your high school that you think they should be in the Hall of Fame. The only way we get them in is if we get them nominated. Doesn't take much time, but I encourage you, if you know somebody, please do so. We're always looking for nominees. So again, thank you for being here with us tonight. We're honored with your attendance. Again, congratulations, inductees. And that will wrap up our ceremonies. We ask you please be safe in getting home. Thank you.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.